Top the charts with Spandau Ballet. We're going to be chatting to the one and only Tony Hadley.
Still got it, baby.
He's still got it. He ruled the charts in the 80s, selling 25 million albums as the lead singer of Spandau Ballet.
Yeah, 4 decades on. Tony Hadley's schedule is just as jam-packed as it was then, with a brand new album and a busy run of summer festivals and a tour coming up. And he's joining us now. Tony!
Can't get rid of me, can you?
We don't want to get rid of you.
Coming back, you know. How many years? It's a long time.
I mean, can you even believe it? 4 decades. You look exactly the same.
Well,
you sound the same too.
You're very kind. But, yeah, I mean, it's, 43 years, which is incredible. And funny enough, it's sort of someone phoned me up the other day because Live Aid is, I think, 40 years as well. It's coming up for 40 years. And you don't realise how quickly the time goes by. My eldest son is going to be 40 on the 16th of 40. My Tom's going to be 40 on the 16th of February.
Yeah.
And my youngest was 12 yesterday, my little Genevieve. So it's a big expanse. I love what I do.
Yeah.
I'm very, very lucky. And I think when you start off in this business, as you know, it's a dream. You hope that you can carry on the dream and get paid for it as well. And be doing it for the rest of your life. Because, as I say to people, I'm not remotely qualified for anything else, as my wife would testify.
Just your wife would tell you.
Do you feel like you appreciate it more now, though? Because back in the day, you're in the throes of stardom and everything, that bubble. Do you feel like you enjoy it more now?
I think so, yeah. I try and appreciate the whole fact that I'm still doing it, I'm still loving it as much as possible. I mean, when you're 20 and you've signed your record deal and everything else, you're doing Top of the Pops, it's relentless. I mean, times are busy now, but when you're sort of a young pop band, it's like ding, 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 and you just don't stop. And to be honest, you don't really stop to savour the moment.
No.
And people ask me now, what did you do back in... I ain't got a clue. Yeah. Can you tell me what I did? I don't know.
That documentary a few years ago, Soul Boys, was such a... Soul Boys the West was such a brilliant story. Because, like, it's not really only about being a band in the 80s. It's about the fact you guys were playing in the bombed-out sites in the Second World War. You're all London boys. Yeah. And then you grew up and you go to the Blitz Club and all these unbelievable artists like Boy George and Steve Strange. Like, everyone's in the Blitz Club. I mean, where you guys have come from is extraordinary.
I suppose it is, really. I mean, and also you've got to remember we came from a period of time, it was post-punk. London was really gritty. I mean, Soho back in 77, 78, it was a bit dodge walking around there. But there was this whole kind of new movement, youth was great, there was a feeling of optimism, which I think we're sadly lacking in the country today. But young people thinking we can do anything we want. And then there was the whole fashion element as well. Yeah. But also no social media, no TikTok,
Those were the days.
No Snapchat. It was just literally word of mouth and there was a good feeling. You had the Duranis in Birmingham, the Spandau down here, Depeche, Basildon, Human League in Sheffield. So there was a whole kind of movement around the country that was all sort of coming together. It was a good, fun time, yeah.
Oh, so exciting. The music that came out of it, so, like, stands the test of time as well. So let's talk about this. I can't believe it's taken you this long to do a swing album.
Well, I did do one years ago, but I don't think I ever properly released it. I sort of just floated it out. Yeah. It was called Passing Strangers. I'm very proud of it. And so what we've done with this is the first time I've released it on vinyl. So we've taken my favourite tracks from Passing Strangers, remastered, and then some songs that we were doing live that we never, ever got round to recording. Yeah. So it's a kind of sort of my favourite songs, really.
Is that your dog?
That's the mood you're in.
Is that your dog?
That's not my dog, no, it's Craig who's the dog. Oh, it's his dog.
Oh, it's a beautiful dog.
I've got a little miniature wide-haired Dachshund, so they're not as big as that dog. And I don't play the double bass, but hey, it looks good in a picture.
Tell me, we have to talk about you and Michael McIntyre, because it was just
so good.
So
Everybody
funny.
saw that.
Just shows how on it you are, like, you put a microphone, music, and you're there.
Well, it was really fun, because I'm going along in the cab and, and he's chatting away. You know what cab drivers are like. And I thought, something's afoot here.
Really?
But when I walked into the supposed dental place, which I thought I was meant to be an ambassador of, and they sort of sat me on the chair, and I said to him, you're the 3 best-looking dental nurses I've ever seen in my life. And then when she went, ha, 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 I was like, what? And when that flat came down, it was really loud. And the audience were quite amazing. I think there's one bit where I put my hand over there and, good job I covered.
Look at him with the apron on.
I hope I haven't got the same jacket. I haven't got a different jacket.
Is it the same one?
I really must buy some new jackets.
So good.
It was so
brilliant.
good.
But I remember being, because I hadn't warmed up or anything, being really thirsty. So when Michael said, "Oh, can we have another song?" Literally, Adam, our keyboard player, just grabbed his bottle of water and drank the water, and then the guy gave me
because normally you'd have to warm up before something like that, wouldn't you?
Yeah.
You sounded beautiful.
Yeah, I normally do. I do. And I say to all young singers, make sure you warm up 30, 40 minutes before you go on stage. It really is invaluable. It's a great
March, you're going on tour?
Yeah.
This is very exciting.
Well, I mean, very, very briefly, Ronnie Scott's orchestra asked me to do the Cheltenham Jazz Festival back last summer. Fantastic, what a privilege. And it was amazing. Very nervous. I hadn't done the swing thing for a while. But that sort of prompted me to sort of, you know, go and do a swing tour again. So we're doing that in March, all around the country. Vinyl, coloured vinyl as well. It's just brilliant. I love vinyl. And so that's out. And, yeah...
And then I saw you on the piano room, the Radio 2 piano. It's such a lovely thing we're doing, isn't it?
Oh, that was great with Vernon.
He was BBC
cool.
Concert Orchestra. It's so beautiful.
I haven't seen any of this footage.
It's gorgeous.
Really nice. This must be so wonderful to perform with that orchestra as well.
Performing with an orchestra is, I think, always the best thing for a singer. I've been lucky enough to play with orchestras all over the world. But they were absolutely fantastic.
Yeah.
And, yeah, it was just so lovely. And the setting was great. The
George
lights
said
were
that
good.
made a veil as well.
Make a bit of Vaseline on the lens these days, and I'm happy.
Always does wonders. Tony, thanks so much. The mood I'm in, Tony Hadley's out now.
Good to see you guys.
Congratulations on everything.
I wish I knew the dog's name.
Still to come. If you're a soap lover, don't go anywhere. If you're the dog, let us know who this is. After your local weather forecast, Sharon Marshall joining us with all the soap gossip.
And how far will Rona go to keep hold of baby Ivy? We're going to be chatting to Emmerdale star Zoe Henry straight after the break. See you soon.